Guys, we're back to another video, and I promised that I will do, or after the review, there's actually one more thing I wanted to go over that I did not mention in the review of this helicopter. One thing is the transmitter, and anyway, so this video is going to be about the Syma S107G flight time. And this is actually my second flight because I wanted to make sure, probably my third flight of this thing, because I wanted to make sure to fly it before I did a review on it. So, yeah, so it's pretty well. Very well made. Now let's go into the controller here. Sorry, the controller itself is I was kind of disappointed. I know I mentioned this, but one thing I did not mention in the review is that there's actually a little trap door. And what you can actually do is that there's actually a wire they can directly charge the Syma S107G by the controller, in case you're somewhere where you don't have a computer at all, and just in case. But what my number one recommendation is please charge it from the USB cable, because you don't want to waste these AA batteries, and that way that the batteries will actually last twice or absolutely twice as long than ever. It's going to last longer for that case. We don't want to waste AA batteries. So let's get to it. This thing now. Alright, let's go into the helicopter. This is the recap from the review I did earlier today. This is the Syma S107G. Now, I think back in 2014, which was last year, I did do a review on this, and my battery's about to die. I did do a review on it, on this helicopter, back in 2014, in the same exact room. So, this is where I last flew it, which was last year. And I got it again, and I'm going to review it one more time. And this time, it's going to be in full 1080p, because I got a new phone, and the video was very choppy. So let's go and get started, unless the LEDs are on. Now, one thing before we get into the, I might want to turn this off so it save a little bit more battery life. Only thing I wish the Syma S107G did have is the ability to turn off the light. And unfortunately, the light is going to stay on unless you snip the wires, which I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't know what you're going to be doing with. But now, one thing I didn't really clarify in the review is the fact that this is thing, some people keep on saying that this is a toy grade RC. If you really think about it, every single part in here is hobby grade. So this is technically a hobby grade RC vehicle. Or I mean, an RC helicopter, I mean. Sorry about that. I want to verify this is not a toy grade RC. This is a hobby grade. And I'm going to tell you why. Because every single part in this helicopter is replaceable, and you can buy spare parts online. Even the circuit board inside here is replaceable. So this is in fact a hobby grade RC. Just to clarify. Alright, let's go on with the flying physics. I'm going to show you of how stable this thing really is. So here we go. Now one thing I don't want to mention is that this thing kind of a little faulty, so you have to wait for it to calibrate, I guess. So let's go. Oh, whoops. God dang it, I hate when that happens. Alright, we're going to redo that. Now, this thing does have digital proportional steering. And watch how stable this thing really is. And what you can actually do is you can pull it a little bit left and right, and also a little bit forward and backward. That means you don't have to have too much speed. And watch how stable, watch how stable it is. Like, I can really turn it a little bit slow, and look how robotic it is. I don't know if I can get in the camera, but see how robotic it is? Very robotic as it actually moves, because it makes it more like a robot, but look at that. If I turn it to the left and the right, it's really cool. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, let you guys observe what you guys are seeing, and I'll explain in the video of what my final thoughts on this. So let's get flying. One thing I want to mention is that it does hover almost in one spot, just like a real helicopter. I forgot to mention, I was thinking it actually go backwards as well. And you actually hear how cool it sounds when it's going reverse. Because that's, somehow the blades, when they turn very fast, it makes that noise, which I think is always cool because, you know, it sounds so cool when it's going right by you. I'm not quite sure of why it does that, but, alright, I think I want to do this a full flight video because I want to keep on doing this until the battery dies, so. I don't know how well I can get into the video, obviously, because this thing is very far away. But I'm going to get it close to the camera, not too close to the camera, though. Now this helicopter is very forgiving. Very forgiving because I just love of how well stabilized this car. I'm sorry, this helicopter really is. And normally, I used to see most helicopters. I used to own Airhogs products back then, but I think back then they didn't actually invent gyro stabilization system, as my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, but it's about to die. So now. I'll probably give this grade, this helicopter, probably an A+++. The reason why I gave it the grade because I just, you know, I cannot get enough of this helicopter. Okay, you know, this is absolutely perfect for a gift for somebody, like a friend or a relative or something like that. And this helicopter says it's just very, very stable. And I've never seen any helicopter out there that's just as stable as this one. Okay, this is probably the best value of helicopters to get. And normally, I just cannot get up this helicopter, and I really hope you guys can find this. Now, one more thing I want to mention is that these are available in yellow, and blue, and red. And this was probably the best. This actually was the #1 favorite toy of 2010. This came out in 2010, and unfortunately, they no longer sell these because I think the manufacturer, according to Amazon, says these are probably discontinued by the manufacturer. So make sure you get as much as you can before they're all out. But it's a very good helicopter, and that's it. So if I didn't notice, don't worry. These things don't do anything. They're just for show. But it's very. Also, I do want to mention one more thing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's infrared. So this is video because this cannot be seen by the naked eye, and only the camera can see it with this video. Now this is infrared, so it can only be used indoors, and you have to supply your own batteries, which is the only downside. Now, one thing I like with this helicopter is its runtime. The runtime is about 10 or 11 minutes, depending on how long it takes of this helicopter. It's just very forgiving, and that is pretty much it. The review on. One thing I do want to mention is school is coming up again. This summer was very good. Summer is eventually going to be ending because, as you know, we're going to get a pretty bad winter, and this winter is going to be really harsh. It's going to be snowing everywhere and all, so make sure you stay indoors at all times. Just make sure you don't get frostbite. Now, this winter is going to be pretty dang bad because we have lots of freaking snow. We had a lot of snow. Boston got a lot of freaking snow. I think last winter. Last winter was very harsh for Boston, and I do feel bad for the Bostonians out there that had to go through that mess. But they're going to be hammered again with snow this winter, so make sure you bundle up warm, and see you guys soon. Anyways, now one thing is that this is going to cancel my rail fan trips. For one, everybody out there needs to know this or not, but when you're rail fanning and it snows, you have to postpone it because it gets so dang cold. Your phone might get too cold or something would happen. So, fortunately, I cannot do it when it's snowing. If I would, I would. But the reason why is that my phone cannot handle, you know, bad weather or very cold weather because, you know, not only that, it shortens battery life, but my phone literally shuts off because it's too dang cold to operate. And it just automatically shuts off. And it's completely useless in my opinion. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll try to post more railfan trips coming out hopefully soon, probably this winter, as long as the weather will improve. But as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace out.